Hey everybody, McConaughey here, and I want to welcome you back to my
Surly Horns podcast.
I want to remind you about
The Surly Horns tailgate, which takes place at 7 a.m. Saturday before Alabama.
We got an amazing lineup of Texas performers ranging from Willie Nelson and Don Henley to Khalid, Leon Bridges, Kelly Clarkson, Casey Musgraves, and Miranda Lambert to Post Malone and so many more. We also have some of your favorite Texas names, sports figures, and local Texas businesses with some on-the-ground stories of the people and causes that we're Texas, and you will be helping. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification so we can alert you to all of the new updates as we get them. Just keep living.
Got your little heart in my pocket, and I try to take on with it, cause my life is so empty. I gave a little F and then stopped it. Remember when I first saw you, you said, boy, don't play with me. This paper clouding on my conscience, now focus on all the shit that come together and build me. This love shit feeling out of pocket, I plug it like sockets. I left on that bitch and I stopped it. She throw that shit back, I'ma pop it. For Papa, she hop on that dick and she go and attack. All these bitches, they on me, I know what you want me to do, but look, boo, you know I can't do that. Cause this love shit, it feel out of pocket, like fuck it, I don't want no more, let's just stop it. This love shit, it be out of pocket, let's stop it. Said fuck it, I don't wanna cop it. Met this little chick when I was shopping, she took me to bed, fry with nothing, I'm cracking her head. In the daughter, she looked at my heart and she said that it's red and black, told her I'm all about my brain. My little shawty, she the better option, but temptations take over, so I would just fuck up instead. These niggas, they watching, they loading the guns with the cartridge, so I gotta stay moving ahead. Yo niggas, they stopping, they walking around with broke pockets, while all of my niggas, they fade. Steak and a lobster, Eddie V, mine with a pasta, that octopus come with some shreds. Bitch, I do this, more progress, I need like 3 comments, not stop until I'm on the top. I do this, no stopping, I'm rocking.
Oh, welcome to another wonderful edition of the Surly Horns podcast. It is still season 5. Usually we would be about 20 episodes deep into season 5. For some reason, we're only on episode 7.
Hello, Surly listeners. It's been a long time. Things are fucked. Things are good. Things are also fucked. Right now, we were recording on 9/8, and I hope many of you are watching us live. The worst fact could be, or the better fact could be, that tomorrow on 9/9 is Texas versus Alabama. And that's why we're coming to you motherfucking live.
It's not 9/9, it's 9/10. Tomorrow is just when the party starts.
Oh shit!
So
sorry.
We're going to talk about our whole weekend plan. You thought Arkansas was fun? Well, we're doing that in Austin, where we don't have to drive in an RV, starting tomorrow.
We don't have. Hey, shout out Woo Lawhorn for driving us to Arkansas. We don't have to worry about him literally, number one, mixing queso and salsa together into a petri dish of just awfulness, but also driving us to all the way out of state. And there could be an argument that he sex trafficked us in some form or fashion. Maybe it was a sex tent, I believe is what he's known for. But there could be a legitimate argument that we might have a lawsuit on our hands. But the good news is tomorrow and the next day, we are going to be playing on our home turf. We are on our home turf. We know where we're going. We know what we're doing. And we're ready to mule dick the fuck out of this.
So I don't know what just happened. I just blacked out for a little bit because I'm just so excited to be on the Surly Horns podcast. It has been way too long. There's been so much that has happened. I don't even know that we've been on a podcast since my second son was born, but that's a thing. There's another human in my life. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk a little bit about basically everything that's happened in the last however long it's been since we recorded 4 or 5 podcasts in one night.
You ready for this? You ready for this? Okay, so August 10th, we had Braden Librock. Shout out Braden. July 30th, we had Gunnar Helm. July 29th, we had the Nate the Great Hatter. July 28th, we had Rojo. We had Roshan Johnson, one of the original badass motherfuckers. July 14th, we had Jared Wiley. May 15th, we had Jonathan Brooks. Before that, my friends, the last time that we recorded without a player on the podcast was it was fucking Christmas, December 25th, 2021.
So, we need to pay more players if we want to do more podcasts. I think that's what it is. So we're going to open up other position groups on Surly Horns starting like when you fucking hear this. There will be a place for you if you like burn ends where we can start a fund and start getting towards a goal to do the defensive line, and we'll call it sack lunch. Fuck it. So we're just gonna start doing stuff our way. And I think it'll work.
Friends, things have been hard. So you are listening to when I'm a Mac and myself originally started the burn ends. Little did we motherfucking know where things would end up. So from starting this fun little like, hey, let's crowdsource on this awesome message board where people have a lot of fun and we can pay tight ends, little did we know that it would just immediately expand and expand and expand and expand to the point where we don't have time to talk to you, listeners. Are we thinking about you? Yes. That's the only thing we're thinking about.
Always.
That's the only thing we're thinking about is the Surly Horns podcast listeners. Is it the only thing we're doing? I fucking wish. But last year we had the Arkansas tailgate. If you were out there, we shut an entire pizza place and damn near a whole fucking street down for just hours and hours and basically a full day on end. And it was great. I met many of you. Most of you smelled. Most of you did not smell great. You all smelled like winning. We did not win. So I'm going to need to at least get a little more hygiene the next Surly Horns meetup. But the good news is, guys, we're on our home turf. We're not in a stinky RV. Shout out, Gabe. Your RV smells like shit. We're probably part of that. We spilled literally half of a 2-gallon thing of margarita onto your floor. That's not coming out. But we are on our home turf, guys.
Anyway, so guys,
when we're on our home
gonna get
turf,
really fucked up tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, we're gonna get fucking
blasted.
Super drunk. So
Blasted.
I don't know if some of you saw in the tailgate thread that I didn't get to go to this tailgate. I was in Minnesota. Apparently the tailgate was lots of fun still. There were some good pictures in there. Everybody's favorite picture was a picture of the sign. That is actually a very good sign.
Users.
It's very good. And it just gets turned up to 11 and totally fits the profile of Surly Horns because they misspelled one very critical word that just totally changes the meaning.
You mean uses versus sign. Users? Yeah.
Yes. So it's the Burn Ends tailgates, proudly sponsored by the users of Surly Horns. Come talk to us about NIL anything. It's a really good sign that I think the community can be really proud of. And instead of that being the moment, it was a picture of this sign that said uses for the uses of the Surly Horn. And it's like, oh my goodness, that makes it sound so much
brand.
So much more terrible. We're just paying players here at the Surly Horns.
And hey, you know what? Hey, all of our contracts have gone out for Surly Horns, the burn ends. They've all been agreed to, I believe. And like I said, this bitch is going through in perpetuity.
This year, open secrets. Last year they got $10,000 each. We paid out $1,000 bonus to everybody because there was actually a slight oversubscription from our goal. So every tight end last year got $11,000, and that includes Jared Wiley, who got all his money in the bonus. So
and walk on Nate, year, our boy Nate. Yeah.
And so this year we have one less player, the same goal guaranteed plus a little bit. And so we're going to start at 11-7 this year, guys, up from 10. 11-7 to play tight end at Texas and just be good. Just be like they were last week, because it was incredible to see how great not just Jatavion Sanders played, but Gunnar Helm was in there. I mean, we may have to take the Pancake Factory name away from the offensive line, because there were some fucking pancakes being made with the tight end room. Anyway,
They were.
so they're up. They got a big raise, 17% raise over last year from the Surly Horns people, and so we want to try and make that about 13 to 15,000 by year 4 or 5. And so if we can get there,
year 4 or 5, come on,
great.
End of year, end of tailgate, end of Alabama tailgate. Hey guys, I have a really important message for every Surly Horns listener. If you're not a member of Burn Ends, stop being poor. Just do better in life. It is not that expensive. It is $10, $120 a fucking year. That is less. $10 a month is less than a McDonald's meal. 100%.
You'll still be hungry if you eat less than $10 from McDonald's.
A billion%. And remind me, we need to talk about the Wingstop chicken sandwiches, because holy fucking shit, I could go on an hour-long rant about the Wingstop chicken sandwiches. Right. It's the best thing that's ever happened.
Calm the fuck down. We're still focused. We're focused here on talking about people. If you don't like tight ends and that's your holdup, I'm opening it up to everything. We're going to pick whatever the fuck you want, $10 a month. You name it. If you just want it to go to a certain person, if you just want it to go to a room, whatever. We've done both of those things. We know how to do them legally. Just fucking let me know, and we'll just make it happen.
I'm ready for the guy with $100 that wants to pay the backup punter $100 to clean his truck wheels. Getting there nice and deep
Okay, and so for those who don't understand, Surly Horns is better than anything that has existed NIL wise out there. We take 0 to -5%. We make no money or actually lose money depending on how much the processing fees end up being.
We are trying to lose money.
Yeah.
Actively trying to lose money.
We're the only people who are doing that and having great success. Great success. It's so much success that we're going up. No one else has been able. There's been some of those NIL, the Austin NIL Club, and all this bullshit. Nothing even touches anything close to what we've done. So we're just gonna keep going and trucking. And like I said, if you can't afford it, I don't know, right? Are the Longhorns not worth $10 a month to you? Because they are to me, and I pay way more than that to try and make this work. So I don't fucking make any money off of this.
And hey, if you have $5,000 a year to give, contact Rob at hornswithheart.org and you will receive a tax break off of that $5,000.
You can do up to $5,000 on a card or via ACH just in our online portal. You can just do it right now. We had one come through for several thousand. We had another. We have quite a few people who have maxed it out. And then we've got everything in between. We've got as low as $10 one time charitable donation, all the way up to we've had several hundred or multiple hundreds of dollars, and into the thousands. And that's, you don't even have to call us. If you call us, you can give us way more money. You can give us all the money.
Hornswithheart.org. That's all you have to do. Hornswithheart.org. And then all you have to do is click on the donate now or whatever the fuck button it's called. And you can do that and you will get a tax break. And it's basically like you lost $0. And guess what? Instead of buying fucking 8 Miller Lights in the stadium against this Alabama team that is probably going to wax the fucking shit out of us, just put that money into Horns with Heart and we won't get
your negativity. I don't like the negativity.
You know what? I'm too sober is the problem. Tomorrow at Matt's, I will be all gas, no brakes. Right now I'm all brakes. 0 gas in our bank account for Horns with Heart is what I'm looking for. So I need you motherfuckers to put money into my gas tank.
Gas tank?
Yeah, all gas, no brakes. But sometimes your boy runs out of gas. If Texas's NIL runs out of gas, which you are speaking to 2 of the founding members of the gas tank of Texas NIL, it's on you. Because we've put the engine in there, we've put the car in the fucking garage, everything is built. We need people to put gas in this motherfucker. It'll go well spent. All money It's going to go to the players. Anyway, we need to
And
stop
it's a
talking
machine.
about NIL.
It's already a machine. It's already a machine. It's already a machine. It's just done. All it's waiting on is money. The automation, the payouts, the compliance, it's automated. We're done, guys.
Just give us money. So people probably don't want to just hear a fucking beggars podcast.
Well, I don't give a fuck what they want to hear. I want to talk about this, and I haven't had a platform to talk about it in too goddamn long.
We haven't. Anyway, I'm going to give you your 3 minutes, and I'm going to take 3 minutes, and then we're gonna have a football podcast after. You want your 3 minutes or my 3 minutes first?
Yeah, I'll take.
All right, here we go. Here is Rick Vasquez, Mr. I'm Mac, is about to come down on the ones and twos in terms of blasting you motherfuckers into the goddamn stratosphere in terms of NIL. Sometime at some point.
Yeah, I'm coming. You can count. You can start the timer. You start it.
Okay, ready, set, rocket.
I'm going.
Oh shit! Wait. We'll do it fucking live, bitches.
I just needed some of this. All right, so I've already said everything I need to say. Get on the fucking internet and pick Surly Horns or Horns with Heart and give it fucking money. And do it now. Do it now. Now is the next best time than like any time in the past. Do it now. That's it.
That's it? Okay. Whew. Oh, I wasn't ready. I thought you were going to take all 3 minutes. All right. Well, I might take at least 2 of your minutes. People listening to this, we need money. We're not desperate. Horns with Heart is very well funded. The Pancake Factory in perpetuity is funded. We are not concerned about the Pancake Factory. As long as NIL and your boy RGB3 exists, Texas offensive linemen will receive $50,000 annually. We cannot stop there. So if you're listening to this thinking, man, RGB3, it's hard for me to even make my fucking bills on time. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Bitch, who isn't? RGB3, I don't know anybody with money. What am I supposed to do? Bruh, $10 a month. Burn ends. It's not hard. You are listening right now to a man that I've never been a season ticket holder. I'm not a booster. I'm not some dude that's just made of fucking cash. I've never seen $1 million in my fucking bank account. Are you kidding me? You know what? The only reason why Texas is succeeding in most of the NIL landscape is because of the 2 stupid motherfuckers you're listening on this Surly Horns podcast. And I say stupid motherfuckers because we do some stupid shit, but we're some smart bitches too. And guess what? Guys, if it wasn't for us, we would be fucked. We would be massively, undeservedly fucked in the NIL landscape. And this is not me being funny. This is not me joking. This is not me being, hey, oh man, I want to build myself up. We would be fucked if it wasn't for 2 literal non-Texas grads coming up with some of this shit. It is not hard to get involved. It is not hard to be involved. It is not hard at all to help. And that's what we're asking for. Fucking help. For as little as $10 a month, you can save. You know what we should do for the burn ends? I just came up with it. We should do a Sarah McLachlan video, and we'll put all the tight ends in like fucking cages, like they're sick puppies, and we'll sing "In the Arms of the Angels." You know, like the fucking ASPCA videos. I mean, for as little as $10 a month, you could help your tight end be an actual burn end. Anyway, sorry, but seriously, fucking help. Fucking help. If you don't know somebody, if you don't have money, you know somebody with money. If you don't know somebody with money, promote, tweet it out.
Wait, but you definitely know somebody. I know it's still your we have to overlap because I yielded.
Oh yeah, that was my 5 minutes.
So fucking goddamn it. Stop. Just fucking stop what you're doing right now. If you're not already subscribed to Burn Ends or haven't given any money to Horns with Heart, just fucking hit pause and do that right now.
Hey,
I don't care how much it is. I don't. Nice. There's ways to do it one time. Like if you never do it again and you only give $5, that $5 helped Texas football, and all 5 of those dollars will be helping Texas football. We don't keep any of the fucking money.
The next 100 subscribers to Burn Ends, they're going to get access to my OnlyFans. It's only feet pics, and they will get access to my OnlyFans, and they will get to see these tootsies for free based on their donation. But you got to at least be a Burn Ends Flats member, which is $25 a month. I mean, you can't see these tootsies for free, guys.
Okay,
yeah.
And everybody is gonna. I know that there has been now a joke on the board for quite some time now, because there's some parts of this NIL deal that have not been held up. That is a fucking lie, and we have photo evidence. I've had these fucking cups, and Rob had these fucking cups before me
in my office.
You better come get these fucking cups at the goddamn tailgate, or I'm giving them away. If this is your implicit contractual being modified by a guy who holds a contract, what are you going to do, sue me? I'm going to give your fucking cup away to somebody at the Alabama tailgate if you don't come fucking get it. And there will be more cups. There will be more cups for the Burn Ends dinner. Yeah, but like that will have RSVPs, and if you don't RSVP, you don't come, and it's going to be dope. So that should be a 50 to 100 person party that is going to be on a very high floor at the Austonian with the fucking balconies open. Full bar. So you motherfuckers need to get into that $50 tier, because that is happening this year. There's going to be no eligibility confusion, or we have a date already secured. It's happening. So, but
get your shit.
We're doing this tailgate. We're going to do this tailgate tomorrow, man. Or Saturday. We have to start planning. Like, it was all planned, but it still has yet to be executed. So there's lots of beer, lots of wine, lots of bartending supplies, lots of whatever people are going to bring in a hodgepodge, and then catering, and that all needs to happen between tomorrow, whenever I wake up, until 7 a.m. on Saturday, because that's when this fucking tailgate's opening up, bitch.
We're getting after it.
And that's all that matters. Hammered the whole time. We're going to be partying balls. But where I was going with that is give fucking money. Do it.
Don't be poor. Stop being poor is what we're trying to say. So, no, but seriously, I mean, the Horse with Heart, I mean, we're trying to do some actual good in the community. We are actually putting forth effort to, I mean, we're the first NIL 501c3 approved IRS organization, and that doesn't come lightly. I mean, the IRS doesn't just hand this shit out. We are doing some real good in the community. You can be a part of that. You know, if you want to partner with Derek fucking Johnson, literally my favorite Texas football player of all time, who is just going to revamp inner city libraries. Oh yeah, what part of, and receive a tax break and pay the athletes? What part of that sounds bad to anybody? I mean, I can't imagine a scenario where that wouldn't just be awesome. So, I mean, just, you know, I want to get off of this NIL tangent, and because trust me, we've been living in it. That's why you haven't heard us on a podcast in a hot minute, is because we've been too fucking busy. But you know, this is an era of college football that it needs it. We have provided an avenue to do it very well for somebody from $10 tier all the way up to $1 billion tier. I would love if you're worth $1 billion, please contact me. Texas football would never lose a game ever, but you know, we also really want to do good in the community, and it is up to you guys to provide that. We have provided enough sweat equity into this to where, you know, we're not taking any money off the top. We have never received, we're actively losing massive amounts of money on this, as well as multiple other donors, as well as multiple other people on the board. You know, people are, you know, donating their time, their effort. We need to make sure that this is handled as well as it has to be for Texas to succeed. Otherwise, we're going to get passed up. And if you're listening to this right now and a Texas fan, I don't want to ever hear any fucking bitching about Texas donors. Hey, we need to donate more money. A fucking bag game. If you say bag game, we'll fucking shame you off the board, you stupid piece of shit. Barbacoa. Like if you want to bring up the fucking bag game and all that kind of stuff, there is a legitimate, honest means to make a difference in Texas football, and it can start as low as $10 a month. And if that doesn't resonate to you, and you don't feel like, or if you feel like you're above that, fuck you. Honestly, you're not a fucking Texas fan. If you feel like you cannot donate $10 a month, but you're going to pound your fucking little dick off on Surly Horns and tweet out a bunch of bullshit, fuck you. Fuck you. $10 a month. It's $10 a month. I guarantee you spent more of that on fast food this week than you would. And then you're gonna cheer your little dick off on fucking Saturday, and then we're gonna beat Bama and tweet at recruits and a bunch of bullshit. Fuck you. If you don't have $10 a month to give to a legitimate NIL entity that is gonna benefit the program, fuck you. And I love you. And I love you. And I love you. And Texas donor, as little as $10 a month. If you're a Burn Ends member, I fucking love you. I fucking love you. You know why? Because you are the person. You know what? You're allowed to fucking bitch. You are allowed to go on the board and say, I am a Burn Ends member and I'm actively contributing. I don't care if you make fucking $30,000 a year. That's fine. If you're giving $10 a month, that's totally fine. If you're giving $10 a month and you make $30,000 a year, I want you to bitch. I want you to bitch about our donors. I want you to bitch about lack of response. The only thing I cannot fucking take is if you bitch about our donors and you can't give $10 a month. Fuck those people. Fuck them to death.
We keep trying to switch off of this, but guys, I can't
fuck them to death.
How important it is to come to the tailgate tomorrow and party your balls off with us. And then give us all the cash that's in your wallet.
Yeah, literally, give me your money.
It's literally just give it. If you just hand it to one of us, you don't even have to tell us what it's for. Just literally shove money in our pockets like we're strippers. It will go 100% of that will literally go to players.
Make it rain on me like a fucking stripper. I will take my shirt off and you can make it rain on me, and all that money would go to Texas players.
Tailgate is paid for by Surly Horns. It is not funded at all by any of these other things. So get your shit together. Anyway, tailgate, dude, is like, it's hard. It's hard. I'm going to let everybody know that listens to this party that you're about to go to after you listen to this is going to be a difficult party. So we're going to have 2 kegs. We're going to have a keg of Modelo and a keg of Coors Light, I think, or whatever domestic we decide they have, just them on hand. And then we're going to have a full bartender with a full bar. And we're going to have some pre-made margaritas and stuff like that. Just for like ease of use, we'll have all kinds of wine. And then we're going to do waters and Gatorades for sure this time. So like nobody stress out. We're going to have basically everything you need. Tamales, 5 dozen tamales in the morning, salsa for the tamales, little plates, cups, everything. You literally just show up and party. And that's going to be a hard party to pull off in the next 36 hours or less.
Sounds terrible. Hey, guess what? This is the first time that Rick and I have talked about this at all. I didn't even know we were going to have tamales, and it sounds lovely. I love tamales.
And then Matt's El Rancho getting catered at 4 p.m. So,
nice.
Yeah. One of the reasons we're going to lunch at Matt's is to talk to the catering people in person and drop off the drop-off pass, which I hope they're able to give somebody who's a courier. By the way, I'm hiring for the next... I'll pay you $20 an hour for the 10 hours starting at 9 a.m. on Saturday until 7 p.m. or whatever. So your ass is mine, but you get $20 an hour.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good gig. If anybody wants that gig, let me know. And I will pay you to do stuff. We're gonna have a DJ. So we'll have a DJ starting right after the game. The bartender will be there starting at the game. You can stay and watch the game. We've got one TV for sure. We've got enough power for 2 TVs. So if you have a 42-inch TV and you want to bring it, fucking bring it. We have a plug-in for it. But we have one TV. We're going to be showing all the games after the Alabama-Texas game. And that's when the real party is, right? So the party starts after the game. It's going to be fucking outrageous. We're going to have a shotgun section where we just shotgun beers, and we're going to have a shots fired counter that just however many times you had 2 or more individuals shotgunning beers in the circle, it counts towards the shot counter. And we're going to see how that works.
Y'all don't want the smoke on the shotgun counter.
Keg stands are not against the rules. They are encouraged. We do have a bartender to facilitate keg stands. So, also just pouring beer really fast and making whatever you want. That's going to be a full bar. And it's just, bartender's going to work for tips. I am also paying this person. So it is a paid for bartender that is a real bartender. It's a paid for DJ that is a real DJ, not some fake DJ. And we're going to party balls until they literally kick us out.
Guys, 11 o'clock kickoff is, you got to make the most of it. I mean, things will happen beforehand. We'll have a good time. I guarantee.
It's going to be the biggest. It's going to be the biggest Texas football game most people have ever been to in their lifetime.
Ever. It's like they're talking like 115, 120,000 people. Crazy.
It's going to be the craziest fucking game that DKR has possibly ever seen. Definitely not in 10 plus years.
I mean, you're talking about like 30 or 40,000 people that aren't even going to go into the game. They're just there to tailgate.
Yeah, they're going to go to the Surly Horns tailgate.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I
want to get fined for having too many people at the tailgate.
I actually, the more I think about it, I think we fucked up. We probably should have gotten that extra tailgate spot. Was it $4,500 or whatever?
$4,500. Instead of that, I'm just going to pay for an enormous. The budget is $4,500.
Yeah.
So we're going to. That's why I can hire some guy for $20 an hour. I need help, but if I don't get it, I'm just going to do all this stuff drunk safely. I won't be driving. But I will, I will turn an Uber driver into my driver for whatever, $40 an hour instead. Yeah.
So that's what you should do anyway. Just hire a valet is what they call them. Yeah. Just a guy.
Do you think somebody would get paid $40 an hour to buy the Hammer Wagon?
They might.
It's a nice car to get paid to drive. I mean, if that's your deal and you're willing to do that work, let me know. I'm hiring for that position this weekend. Anyway, we're gonna talk about football now. There was a football game already. Season already started. Fucking off season happened. For those who are not up to date, the Queen
fucking died. Hey, so wait.
For those who are not up to date, Quinn Ewers, who is more important than the
transferred
Queen of England. Well, yeah, he transferred. He actually went through both spring and fall camp. And at the end of fall camp, they made it seem like it was very, very mysterious that he had just won, and it emerged and blossomed just at the very end of camp into a fucking god, a quarterback god. Because it was hilarious to see. Anyway, Quinn Ewers is not only is he starting, he's already played a game, and he is every bit as good as he was promised.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he looked pretty fucking good. So, shout out to Kyle Umlang. I have your next Aggie fact. Queen Elizabeth II, who died today. We're talking about 9/8/2022. Queen Elizabeth II was the longest serving monarch in British history, and she never saw Texas A&M win a national championship during her reign.
But she was alive. She was 13.
She was 13. She didn't take she wasn't a queen until she was 26. So during the longest reign in British monarch history, she never saw Texas A&M win national championship. She saw Hitler rise to power, but she did not, or she was during her reign, Hitler rose to power, but she did not see Texas A&M win a national championship. Let it sink in. We're just gonna let it sink in.
One of the cocktails that we're having is an Alabammer Slammer, which is the name of this podcast, is Alabammer Slammer, because I don't know, there's going to be tons of Alabama fans at the tailgate. We kind of like to mix it up. They're going to be nice people, and they live in Austin. They just like Alabama a lot, and they like Surly Horns, and so they'll be there. And I think it's going to be a wild time. And I think that win or lose, everybody should party after the game. But before the game is definitely the time to talk some shit. And Texas fans should be talking the most shit right now. And I think Texas needs to just do the unthinkable tomorrow. Or if they don't, nothing else matters. Honestly, nothing else matters. They just need to come out tomorrow or Saturday and just do the unthinkable. For those who are living under a rock, we already played a game. Quinn Ewers looked great. You know who looked like fucking MVP level good? His name is not Bijan. His name is Bijan. Yeah. JT Sanders had a freakish, like a demon being let out of hell game. And it wasn't just because of the weak competition. It was just like that boy good. And it wasn't just the catches. Dude, Gunnar Helm had a catch. He had a kickoff return. He had like 2 pancake blocks that I fucking saw. Like it was such good play out of the tight end room. And I think if we have anything to do with it here at the Surly Horns podcast, I think the tight ends are going to be a major, major contributor. And it's going to be really difficult. How do you stop 2 tight ends, Xavier Worthy, Casey Kane, or Jordan Whittington, depending on the play, Bijan Robinson in the backfield, and Quinn Ewers? How do you stop that? You can't. There's not enough players. There's not enough players on the field.
And they barely use Bijan. Like, that's what's crazy. Watching the game last week, you forget how good Bijan Robinson is just staying on his feet. It's like, oh, okay, well, that's a 5-yard game. Oh, wait, never mind. He just slipped out of this tackle, and now it's a 62-yard gain or something stupid like that.
Dude, even Bijan's losses are like, wow. Barely. That was like, what?
He got back to the line on that.
Dude does not lose yards. It's wild, and really good player. But Jatavion Sanders, wow, right? So out of everything that happened last week, we were just tweeting as good things for players that have done NIL stuff with Surly Horns on the Surly Horns Twitter. Follow it if you don't. Anytime burnt ends do something good, we're on there celebrating, and we did a lot of fucking celebrating. Every time a bad motherfucker like Roshan Johnson or Jonathan Brooks scores a touchdown or gets a first down, we're going to be on there saying bad motherfucker. And we got to use every single thing that we do. We got to fucking put out there because everybody is just performing at such a great level.
It's going to be crazy. Like next week too, like thinking about the game, I say next week, this, 2 days away. It's going to be crazy with these. I mean, they're all so young. Roshan Johnson, he's a senior. Bijan going to the draft next year, obviously. But other than that, I mean, all of these tight ends, JT, he's technically a redshirt freshman. Gunner, technically a redshirt freshman. Like all these guys that we're watching, Kelvin Banks, our starting left tackle, true freshman. They were so young. And so, even just keeping it close against literally the number 1 team in the nation should be looked favorably on. But at the end of the day, too, we should mud stomp them, right? I should just get drunk as shit tomorrow and the next day, and we just mud stomp them, and everything's good, right? And then everybody gives us money, and NIL's done, right?
I think there's only three things that I think can happen in this game. I think the first thing is Texas just comes out and scores like they did against Oklahoma, and it gets weird fast. And DKR is just fucking outrageously wild. It's going to be fucking a madhouse. And then Alabama's going to come back, and it's going to be a one-score game, and I can't tell you which way it's going to go. I like that would be like a classic for the ages, and you hope that Texas squeezes out on that one. The second one is Bama just fucks Texas, and like the score is going to be higher. Yeah, it's not going to be like a shutout or anything, but like it will not be a close game. They still may let us score 35. Right? It like if we score 35, it could still just be a blowout, guys. So let's understand that. And I think that is what everybody thinks is the most likely. And then I think the third thing, and hopefully the least likely, is that Texas just comes out and starts from the get-go just grinding out a win the entire game. I don't want to see that. But
we just can't be Oregon.
If that happens.
We can't be Oregon against Georgia, where they like the wheels just got fucking blown off last week, 45-3 or whatever the fuck it was. Not even close. Like as long as Texas is putting up a legitimate fight, they're not quitting. They're this is one of those things. It's honestly for me, it's a can't lose. Am I expecting to roll into DKR and be like, oh, well, if we lose this, the season's over? Fuck no. But if we can go in there and put in a good effort and show, like, keep it within, some decent points against the number one team in the nation with such a young core and team that we have, why not? I mean, that's great.
Jalen Gilbo, great. Good player. Good get. Ryan Watts, oh, my God. Great player.
Yeah.
Great get. Yeah. Diamante, Tucker Dorsey. Whoa. Like, that's so awesome. We didn't see any bullshit like we saw last year until fucking Brockermeyer was in. And then as soon as Brock got in, he was like, oh, guys, we got to give the easiest touchdown up ever.
It's typical. That's a classic Brockermeyer. Fuck the Brocs.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is, like, we didn't see any of that shit until Brockermeyer was back. And guess what? Brockermeyer is buried in the depth chart. He is not coming up for air this season because we have real linebackers, folks, and they're good. And dude, Sorrell was a monster. Was a monster, a difference maker. Keandre Coburn is like sneaking. He's like a stealth big man. That was his best game in his career. I saw this one where he just kind of like tiptoed the guy next to the quarterback and then just stood there while the guy was blocking him. And then as soon as the quarterback got near, he just grabbed him. Like it was the most ridiculous thing ever.
No, I mean, I thought number one, Baron Sorrell was fucking great. And it wasn't even one of those like, oh, he got 2 sacks. It was like he was always around the quarterback. Like it wasn't just he lucked into the guy rolled to his right and he happened to be there. Like he had some legitimate pass rush, the fucking leader in sacks last year had 2.5. It was fucking Ben Davis with 2.5 or some shit. And nobody even knows what Ben Davis is anymore. It's, so getting 2 sacks in the first fucking game is it's awesome. I think I don't know the stats and I'm just going to spout off from my fucking mouth because I have a microphone in front of me. But Utah State last week, they had 0 sacks and I think it was like 4 quarterback pressures or something like that. Opposite. I don't know. Whatever was fucking bad for Alabama. I don't know. Close to jumping fucking places of that shit.
No, they had no sacks. They had no sacks and 4
QB hurries. Alabama had 4 pressures and no sacks. And that was with, it's fucking Utah State offensive line.
Texas had 3 sacks, like 4 tackles for loss, and an infinite. There was never a not rushed.
Yeah,
the dude had to bail the pocket like every time. Like it was great. It was some awesome defensive line play. Everybody's contributing. It looks good. It looked good, but we'll see what it looks like against Alabama's great offensive line. So that it's going to be a big test. DeMarvion Overshown, I think his football IQ has gone up substantially
from
last season. He is
biggest thing
in
for me was like,
much better position than he ever was last season. So
I think everybody was. I think the best thing was like every single running play, or I mean everything. There was always hats to the football. You saw 5-6 guys surround them instead of just like, oh, that guy will make the tackle. I don't need to run because that guy will make the tackle. There were always multiple dudes around the ball.
The only play that defense should want back from that game is the Deshaun Jameson fucking busted ass coverage with it that allowed for them to get inside the 5 to preserve the shutout at the beginning of the game. Yeah, like that was just, you got to do that.
But then we held him to a field goal.
He made up for it. He tried to with the interception return, but it doesn't make up for it. You have to fucking not allow those passes. But I'm sure they talked to him pretty good in the locker room about that. And I don't think he's going to fuck that up. It doesn't seem like we have any BJ Fosters on this fucking roster. I'll tell you that.
Well, you'd hope.
Fucking Casey Thompson ass motherfuckers.
But hey, the NIL's better at Nebraska. So
I'm so glad that they're terrible.
Yeah.
It's so fun to root against Nebraska.
Well, we're going to have a way better podcast when we have even more funny stuff to laugh at. If Texas wins, we will have a podcast. It might be a Zoom literally off of my phone at the tailgate, at the Surly Horns tailgate immediately after. It'll be just awful. It'll be the worst audio you ever heard in your entire fucking life, but it'll be so goddamn good. Just pure joy. Who doesn't want to experience that?
Dude, I'm just saying that this shit's going to be fucking wild, people. This weekend is going to be outrageous for us.
An issue.
It's going to be even more outrageous for the player. The players are so amped for this game. In the conversations that I've had leading up to this game, we don't like to talk football with the guys, except for just, the words of encouragement that are broad and not specific. So I told them that I really appreciated their pancake blocks. I was like, keep doing that shit. That's awesome. And the response from Jatavion Sanders was, hell yes.
Hell yes. Hell yes. But, so, wrapping up.
So, Jatavion Sanders' family, they came out to the tailgate last time.
Oh, nice.
I'm sure there will probably be an appearance from Gunnar Helm's dad. Jatavion's family has already told me that they're coming back. I think that we've got some other, I think Nate Hatter's parents will probably swing by. So you get to meet the folks of these people that you're donating to or just partying with or whatever. And they're going to be at the Surly Horns podcast. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild for everyone involved. And the players, I think they're just going to feed off of it. And I think DKR has a big shot at being a real difference maker in the game on Saturday. Like, if it's
that many people,
if it's the DKR that I know that it can be, there is no way that Alabama will win a game in that stadium.
It has to be. It has to be. But anybody that's listening to this, come out, Surly Horns tailgate. Me and Rick are going to be out there the entire time. Besides when we're in the stadium, obviously. But otherwise, we are going to be partying balls. DM us on Surly. We might tell you where we are if you're not a fucking weirdo. And come out and party with us, because that's what we're going to be doing Friday and Saturday and maybe a little bit of Sunday morning. So depending on how most of this shit goes. But otherwise,
I'm staying at my house downtown tomorrow night and Saturday night. So I'm just doing it full send.
Yep, I'm no wife, no kids for the first time in months, and I am 100% full fucking send. I'm gonna make this shit hurt. So help me do that, Surly Horns listeners, because I want to feel the pain of the team. Which is isn't that what, when the A&M fucking yell leaders grab their dick or whatever, that's what they're doing. Oh, we got to grab our balls so we feel the pain of the team. That's what I want to feel, but my liver instead of my balls.
Yeah, good visual. We're gonna have, we're gonna be kind of like live updating our day tomorrow as we both plan for the tailgate, start tailgating, quite frankly. and get everything ready. Like, we're going to document the whole thing, just like we did the RV trip. It's going to be a hilarious thread to follow. And if you want to come join in, you are seeing where we are in the thread, and we'll be updating it quite frequently. Just come show up. Just show up wherever, and
we're here to party.
We will figure out how to get you to party in. Nice.
That's it. Well, sir, I will see you tomorrow at Matt's El Rancho. If anybody's in the neighborhood around lunchtime and wants to grab a beer or a margarita, I will have 12 of them. So
I need somebody to, hopefully that's 21, to just do all this stuff for me tomorrow.
Yeah, so we can party. You do our bitch work so we can party.
Yeah, I need to hire that two. We're going 2 shifts, $20 an hour, 10 hours a shift. I need 20 hours in the next 2 days for $20 an hour. And you need a car, and you need to be 21, and that's it. That's all you need. You don't even need a car. I'll let you use my car.
And that bitch goes fast.
Yeah, it's a fun car. So we'll see everybody at the tailgate. We're gonna have the Discord. The bidirectional experience is going live tonight. We're going to be testing it out, and then we'll probably test it some more tomorrow. And then Saturday, it's going to be live. We're going to, anybody who's a Tree Fitty subscriber, you have access to Discord. If you want a really kind of a fun way to keep up with the game thread instead of having to refresh or wait until show more, and you can see every reply as it happens live and interact back by just chatting in Discord. The only thing you miss out on is like the GIFs and the images, but you can follow the game thread. And then it's really obvious which ones have pictures. You can click on it. It opens straight up into Surly Horns. That experience is going to launch. Yeah. And so we're going to do that. And you can chat from Discord and it shows up. And then coming soon at all the tailgates, we're going to be live streaming the game with an overlay of the thread in the game using the same software that we're doing the podcast live thing. So there should be a pretty drastic improvement in the Surly Horns user experience, especially if you're a Tree Fitty subscriber. So
don't be broke.
That money does come to me. I pay some of it out to the Burnets, but that is what pays for tailgates.
He does it for cool shit.
Yeah, that's what pays for tailgates and RV trips and whatever, right? So that's fun. Anyway, we love you. We thank you for listening.
I don't know if I love you yet, but if you're a Burns, I love you. Yeah.
I have a feeling this is only part 1 of the podcast for this weekend.
Oh yeah, me too.
Okay.
Second part might be really good or really bad. Probably both. Hook 'em.
The Surly Horns tailgate, which takes place at 7 a.m. Saturday before Alabama.